I don't remember indicating that, but okay. And get up all set up here. I see all the chats. Set up here. Why am I echoing? Still? Hello? 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 Still? Hello? Hello? Do I have myself on? There we go. I'm a jackass. So, the world is ending. Oh boy. So much going on. So many coincidences to distract us. Or maybe it's all real and we're all really screwed. I think I'd rather have smoke blowing up my butt, but so let's get into it. Got some more chemical fallout here.
Somebody's fucking car on fire. Oh my god. No. That'd be that. What is this strange gas?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Overcharged something. Can't see. Is it a road fire? No. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is someone. Fuck, dude.
God damn.
Let's see what else is going on before I get into the other stuff. They are when you start doing that. Yup. You're an angry Bob. First of all. And then you literally start going up to the truck like you're gonna attack it. Yeah. Oh, you deserve to be ran over. Please find secret bunker beneath furniture. Oh, wow. That's fancy. I wonder what's down there.
Property, handguns, shotguns, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, plus a workbench equipped to modify firearms. Even an underground shooting range, complete with pulley system to set the target.
A bunker, an underground shooting range, an arsenal of high-powered firearms right in suburban Perth. It's just incredible.
The stash also included a .50 caliber rifle with ammo, a weapon designed to penetrate armoured vehicles, even buildings.
We also found a suppressor, suppressors, which like a silencer. That's illegal. Body armour, illegal. Unsecured ammunition and unlicensed ammunition, illegal.
Across Australia, it's the fear of police that guns like these can and do end up in criminal hands.
My heart sinks every time I see a firearms burglary where more than 10, sometimes 20 and 30 firearms.
Let's take the guns away from the citizens, right? But I get to have a gun. Oh. Whoa. I'm not showing violence, YouTube. I'm just scrolling through Twitter. Don't strike me, bro. Yeah. Hey guys, look at the UFOs.
These aren't storm clouds. This is the fucking shit! The fucking shit that burned off in East Palestine! This is not fucking storm clouds! Look at it! This is horrible!
They're just
Officials are claiming that the air and water are safe.
Yeah.
Residents say they can still smell chlorine. They've complained about their eyes watering when they go outside. And one woman says the noxious air is filled with chickens.
Out of nowhere, he just started coughing really hard and just shut down and went very fast.
Look at all these fucking crows. I'm not kidding. This is within 10 miles of East Palestine.
You have not evacuated. Please leave the area.
Yeah, you heard a report. Israeli settlers burned down a Palestinian vehicle during the attack they carried out. Okay. Same general. Oh my goodness. You know what the problem is though? Your gas stove. I recently learned today that there's around an average of 17,000 of these a year train derailments. That's not news, that's poker. Oh boy. Sure they are, Joe. No one's coming in. Come on, people. Let's talk about the end of the world. Yay. Ultraman. They're still at large, huh? Holy crow. Alien attack. Get out of here. What is this doing in my feed? Firecrackers, man. That's the alien attack. Come on.
Recent study found that young people are actually most at risk in this case. According to Cedars-Sinai Hospital, the number of heart attack deaths among 25 to 44-year-olds in the U.S. over the first 2 years of the pandemic was 30% higher than predicted. Dr. Celine Gounder is here on set with us to talk more about it. She's editor-at-large for public health at Kaiser Health News, and she is also an infectious disease specialist and epidemiologist and a CBS News medical contributor. Dr. Gounder, thank you for being here. What stood out to you in this study?
I think the fact that you're seeing such a big increase specifically in the youngest age group, so the 25 to 44-year-olds, you saw this 30% increase. in the risk of death from heart attack. And that really is quite striking. That's not a group, an age group in which you normally see heart attacks, much less dying from a heart attack.
So to do a study like this, you look at the years prior to the pandemic and the typical rate of heart attack death in that age group, and then you see it increase, and you wonder what's the new variable. And so the pandemic is that new variable?
That's right. So these researchers looked at 10 years of data across the U.S., all the death certificates that get filed with the CDC, that data. And so what they saw is prior to the pandemic, heart attack deaths were actually dropping. And then that trend reverses, and you see those deaths go up, especially among that youngest age group during the pandemic.
And do we know why why younger people might be more at risk? Or
we don't know for sure, and in fact, these death certificates are probably not even capturing the fact that they might have had COVID. They're really just saying, did you die from a heart attack or not? What we do know, however, is that younger people were less likely to protect themselves against COVID than older people, less likely to mask, less likely to take other mitigation measures, and they were also farther back in line to get vaccinated. So they were not protected with vaccination until later in the pandemic. Those might have been a factor here.
So basically, I mean, you could have had perhaps a mild infection, and of course, this is all hypothetical, but then there might have been a lingering heart situation, heart disease.
Right. So COVID causes inflammation of the blood vessels as well as other parts of the body, and also blood clots. And what we think is that a COVID infection may have actually accelerated the process of developing heart disease, what we call coronary artery disease, and so therefore accelerated when somebody might have had a heart attack and died from a heart attack.
You know, COVID also changes how much you can get out to an exercise class, how often you see friends, maybe your level of activity overall, your stress, whether you see your doctor. I mean, how are they ruling out or accounting for these other lifestyle changes?
We don't know. So you can't really assess that just from looking at death certificates. Again, all we can say is how old were they? Did they die from a heart attack? But, you know, some of the factors you're mentioning could certainly have played a role. We also know healthcare facilities were really overwhelmed during the pandemic. So was it that somebody had a heart attack and then was less likely to survive because the healthcare facility was overwhelmed?
Couldn't get there on time. Well, thank you so much. Something new to go and see your doctor and check yourself about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello from Makba, glory to armed forces of Russia. Russ? What's going on? I'm just going to my newsfeed. You know, because it's the end of the world. I better stay updated. UFOs. Trains full of chemicals that probably shouldn't be transported on trains exploding. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh yeah, that's just a Tucson thing. There's a crash on the road out there, spilling out more chemicals. Yeah. Let's see here. A shelter in place and some evacuations have been called following the crash of the hazmat spill on Interstate 10 between Kolb and Rita Roads Tuesday, February 14th. Interstate... Interstate 10 is also closed in both directions of the area, and there is no timetable for the road to reopen, according to the DOT. According to the alert, residents in 1 square mile near that part of the Interstate 10 should take shelter immediately, and the map is provided below. Residents there are also asked to turn off any machines that bring in outside air, like air conditioning and heaters. Arizona DPS said that the crash was involved in an 18-wheeler that rolled up over and began leaking hazardous materials. DPS said that there has been some evacuations, but did not say where. The department's hazardous materials response unit, along with partner agencies, are working together to mitigate the incident. DPS said in an email, out of the abundance of caution, first responders are working to evacuate the perimeter around the area of the incident. Wow! Hey! More good news, guys. Breathing that fresh Tuscan air. Thinking since brain death, Richard, you have to stop watching Fox News. Just stop watching TV altogether. This isn't really news. Blah, blah, blah. Politics, 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 politics. Remember when we had the news? And politics had like a small portion in it? I remember. Do you remember? Alright. Let's cover some stories here. Tapped out. An Arizona community symbolizes West water woes. Let's get into it, huh? The American Southwest people are having to conserve water as never before, from states wrangling over the Colorado River to one small Arizona community where a key source has dried up. And this never a secret that the water situation was complicated. There is no municipal water supply in the 18 square mile flat-foot of dirt roads, ranches, and dull-colored homes. Indeed, there are no municipalities at all here, which has been a part of the attraction for many people who have moved to Rio Verde foothills and unincorporated. Unincorporated communities northeast of Phoenix to survive in the sun-baked swath of the central area. Well, can't we get to the point, man? We're off the grid, says Tom Brown, an entire oil industry employee who 3 years ago paid $681,000 for a 3,600 square foot house and 2.5 acres here. He and it, blah blah blah. I see he's drying up in Arizona, apparently. So look forward to hear about that in the summer. Did you know warming temperatures affect water, guys? Do you know that? It's a long story for we're just out of water. Oh boy. Hooray. Nearly over 500,000 unauthorized migrants released into the U.S. without court dates since March 21. Excuse me here. Since March 2021, roughly 800,000 unauthorized migrants entered the U.S. without being given a court date. About 214,000 were eventually issued charging documents, leaving roughly just over 500,000 who were never told when to or where to report in an asylum hearing. As a result, many live in legal limbo. They're here illegally. Okay. You could say that. It's not. Stop. Stop making up these new words. ICE began new methods for processing immigrants in March 2021 amid a surge in crossing. Migrants were previously released with a notice to appear as a specific date in a court. ICE changed to issuing migrants as a notice to report, instructing them to report back to ICE officers. The change placed less pressure on migrants to go through the legal system. It might make it more difficult for the migrants to file an asylum with a 1-year window of eligibility as they are granted by U.S. law. 1 year. Wow. How the media covered it. Oh, let's see. The data was originally obtained and published by NBC News, so other coverage is somewhat derivative of the original story. NBC's report highlighted how 99.4% of the unauthorized migrants show up for their first court date. Conversely, Washington Examiner noted that as of January 2022, 47,000 migrants released without court dates never reported back to the ICE. So NBC is lying. This story was not widely covered, and all sides have been unable to find coverage from center-related sources. Oh yeah. Go to all sides. You guys, I know you guys probably, if you're online, you've been hearing about ground news, and this is basically what it is, except this is free. You can give them money if you like, but they're not going to charge you. And good. That's not a shot at ground news. They do a great job. But I'm for it. Maybe one day I'll be over the for ground news. Alright. Let's see what we know about the objects. Yeah. One just happened to be shot down over, a lake in Alaska, where they couldn't recover it because it's so deep. Yeah. No such thing as coincidences. Remember that, folks. Let's see, a sudden increase in downed objects is being commonly attributed to use as military heightened awareness and increased scrutiny. Now watch. How much you want to bet they're going to start giving military more money because of this? Balloons. I'm putting money on it right now. It's going to be another 50 billion. Give it a nice round number. It's going to be another 50 billion added to our defense budget. Calling it now. Where early now on Sunday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told ABC News that the 2 objects shot down over Alaska and Canada were also balloons, but far smaller than the prior one linked to China. Well, if I'm China and I want to spy on you with balloons, I mean, we have satellites. I don't get this. We have satellites. Why can't they use their satellites? Anyways, maybe I'm completely wrong, and this is the only way to get about spying on us, right? How many balloons would you send? 1? Nah. I'm gonna send a couple. And that's assuming this isn't us doing it. Right? It's either blowing smoke up our butt, or China's really spying on us. And I think either way, this might be pumping us up for an eventual war. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't know. I think if a war to happen, it's going to be when China eventually taxes Taiwan. I try to follow the Taiwan and China things as closely as possible and our relations and whatnot. The problem is they make everything over there, including most of our prescription drugs, so will we ever go to war with China? I don't think they're going to sell our medication to us pretty cheap. We do. Let's just, turn the world into worldwide economic fucking thing to where there's only one country making everything. It's brilliant idea. Oh, here you go. You deserve an explanation, Mr. President. Why was he so hesitant to shoot down the first one? That's just odd to me. No indication objects were part of a Chinese. What? It wasn't?
The mystery behind the 3 unidentified objects shot down over U.S. and Canadian airspace this weekend, but did rule out one possibility.
There is no indication of aliens or extraterrestrial activity with these recent takedowns.
National Security.
Okay. I've seen some shit, right? I've seen UFOs. But I mean, even if you don't believe in things, all pretend, all imagination, you cannot deny when the government tells you flat out something is not real. What's your automatic reaction, or what it should be, anyways? To say, holy shit, aliens probably exist, right? The governments are telling me they don't exist, so and they can always lie. I was having a conversation earlier with my friend about that.
Security Council spokesman John Kirby says President Biden directed the military to shoot down the objects out of an abundance of caution.
You want to err on the side of safety here in terms of protecting our national security interests.
Kirby confirmed the objects did fly over a number of highly sensitive U.S. intelligence and military sites.
These objects do not present a military threat to anyone on the ground.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says recovering the debris will take time, but lawmakers say they want answers now.
What's in the world is going on?
It's a threat to the United States in any way, shape, or form. It's absolutely unacceptable.
And Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn says if China is behind the recent objects, Americans deserve to know.
President Biden needs to explain what happened and just how concerned the American people should be. And he needs to consult with Congress and share the information he has with us.
I don't.
U.S. Marshals, we have a warrant.
Why didn't they go after it with a helicopter? It's a balloon. You think they're just covering it up? We'll just go and shoot it down, and then there's nothing left to question, right? But if they had gone and just and yoink, grabbed it, was it too high? That's awfully convenient if it was. Maybe helicopters can't go that high. Yeah, probably. I can't believe no one's joining me, man. Come on. Hottest subject of the year. The world is falling apart. Oh, come on. There's my chat. Oh, what's this?
2 of Operation North Star. It's an effort spearheaded by the U.S. Marshals Service to target dangerous criminals.
If the United States Marshal Service is knocking on your door, you better believe that the person on the other side is wanted for something very significant.
U.S. Marshals Service Director Ronald Davis says federal officers went to the 10 cities in the U.S. with the highest murder rates, including Albuquerque, Kansas City, and Oakland. And they worked with state and local law enforcement there to arrest more than 800 people wanted for serious violent crimes.
The people that we're focusing on with laser focus are those that are the most significant drivers of violence in the community.
Director Davis explains they used a data-driven approach to target specific people and to prevent over-policing people who live in high-crime areas. Because he says in many communities, it's a handful of people committing the worst crimes.
By targeting those small number of people, then you can basically have an impact on crime and violence without the collateral damage of losing trust or legitimacy in the community.
The goal of the operation goes beyond just those immediate arrests. The hope is to make a long-term impact on crime in those communities.
As we work with the communities, I think the more we work with them, the more they address the issues of the root causes.
He says the operation also aims to help local law enforcement connect with communities to identify why crime is happening and build trust. Well, Director Davis tells me he feels proud of the work done in this operation.
I also feel challenged that we need to increase it, we need to continue, we need to keep working with our partners because we're just scratching the surface.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
This police, they dress like Army Land of the Free, eh? Yeah. They got all their badges. They like wearing their badges. What else? should we cover? Why is there so many politics and news? I just want the news, man. Just give me the news. Ugh. Gotta sort through all this political crap. That's weird. House administration can't be late racially financing, lobbying, media briefing room. Latino. Morning report. Come on, what? What is this? Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, there's an earthquake somewhere. Foreign aid poured into Turkey and Syria from the U.S. allies and adversaries alike after earthquake killed tens of thousands in the region. Key players. On Thursday, the U.S. pledged another $85 million in humanitarian assistance. The UN released $25 million in the emergency funds, and China committed 40 million won, $5.9 million, in the initial humanitarian assistance. Teams of firefighters. I've not really heard China giving out money. Good for them. Teams of firefighters and search and rescue personnel came to Turkey from the U.S., the UK, the EU, Australia, Israel, Pakistan, India, Lebanon, Japan, China, and more. Mexican sent its famous search dog team. Middle Eastern neighbors like Iraq, Iran, and Egypt also delivered emergency aid. Both Russia and Ukraine contributed to the region of efforts. A former Chechen commander who allegedly committed war crimes in Ukraine also led Russia's rescue to efforts in Turkey. Even the Taliban said it would send 165,000 in aid. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, it's technically all our money, so, I mean, what the hell do they care, right? While Turkey has been the primary focus of relief efforts, others have voiced particular concern for Syria, which had already been battered by the deadly civil war. Only the border crossing is presently open between Turkey and Syria, and until Thursday it would reportedly only show relief workers to transport bodies, not aid. Oof. Regular UN and aid shipments finally arrived, and opposition held Idlib on Thursday as cold temperatures deepen the humanitarian crisis. Well, earthquake in Syria. That sucks. I want to talk about war. At least not this proxy war that we're having. Oh, yay. Let's give them more guns. Hey, here we go. Here's a happy story. Yay! Let's read the full story. Happy story.
In both Turkey and Syria after this week's deadly earthquake.
More than 22,000 people are dead, and that number is growing. Rescue efforts have intensified amid growing calls for more humanitarian aid. So for more on this, we want to bring in Dr. Julie Varghese. She is the Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of AmeriCares. Dr. Varghese, thank you so much for joining us. So let's just start off with what type of aid is AmeriCares sending over to Turkey and Syria following the earthquake? I imagine the need is vast. What do you guys specialize in?
Thank you so much for having me. AmeriCares responds to many disasters all over the world, and certainly for a disaster of this magnitude, we are really focused on sending critical medicines and medical supplies. We were fortunate to have a shipment that was already en route to one of our local partners that works in Turkey and Syria that had surgical supplies. And we have another shipment en route with critically needed chronic disease meds. So you think about people with diabetes, asthma, high blood pressure that are now out of their medications and need restocks. It also includes antibiotics and other kind of surgical and trauma care supplies.
Dr. Varghese, we're hearing that access is such a huge problem in these countries right now. Can you speak a bit about how you physically get all of that help to people who need it?
That's a great question. And certainly, as you mentioned, it's really complex in terms of getting medications to that particular region. But thankfully, we have a long, history around getting meds to, Turkey and into the region, to partners in Syria. Even before the earthquake, we're fortunate to have longstanding partnerships with organizations that work locally in Turkey and Syria and really understand some of those complexities in terms of getting products in. Certainly in this moment, there are added complexities following the earthquake, but we are very fortunate to have a phenomenal logistics team that has a lot of experience around this.
You know, the recovery from this is going to take a long, long time. You guys are here now, but when you talk about medications for sort of chronic diseases and diabetes, I think when people go without these medications, their health must deteriorate significantly, and that
isn't the story. Yeah, a 10-year-old baby boy and his mother were saved from the rubble of their collapsed building in Turkey 4 days after the deadly earthquakes hit the region. Rescued workers reported Friday the woman and her child were saved after spending days trapped in freezing conditions as poor weather and aftershocks hampered crews racing to find survivors amid the widespread destruction in both southeast Turkey and across the border in northern Syria. The baby boy, Yagiz Ulaz, was rescued from the rubble in Turkey, Hatay province, as rescue workers pulled him out of the wreckage of his building. He did not cry. He was wrapped in an emergency blanket and examined by paramedics. His mother was found dazed and pale but conscious. She was taken away on a stretcher for further medical care. The rescues of the tiny baby and his mother's helped lift the spirits and search for crews that have been toiling for days in harsh winter conditions, often finding bodies rather than survivors. Oh yeah, it's winter over there too. Earthquakes can happen in winter? I didn't know that. Oh, it's just like a warmer weather type thing. The overall death toll after Monday's major earthquakes and aftershocks has topped to 21,000 by Friday, and tens of thousands of survivors have been left facing freezing temperatures without food or shelter. Oh man. Pray for Turkey, guys. Holy cow. Oh boy, what's Epstein trending for now? The list that we're just gonna put it out. We're not gonna do anything about it. But here's the list, guys. Oh, excuse me. Nitric acid. Yeah. Yay. Nitric acid grain. It's gonna be fun this summer. Coming to a town near Ohio. Oh, that's the Tiscan. Oh boy. Yikes. Well, it appears no one cares. Watch the news. I've been on for about an hour blabbing away, and now it's died down to just me watching my own streams. Alright. Thank you for everybody that stayed tuned. I hope you like where I'm going with this. I think I'm going to go on and start covering the news. Maybe see how that goes. I mean, I can never run out of material, right? At least I've got that. I kind of worked myself into a corner with my crafting and cooking videos. You see, it's winter time out here, and I don't always get over to my friend's grill, which we've used to cook on everything. And as far as crafts go, they cost money. I need to make some money. Maybe I'll make some more craft videos. Besides the keychains, which you can so many videos out of that. But I'm gonna get up on out of here. Look for me to make more videos, and I'm gonna try to get on. I'm trying to learn Smite, so if anybody's interested in watching me play that game, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that soon. But I'm gonna get up on here. No one's watching anyway. Goodbye, everybody. Nobody. Peace out. Appreciate you.